One post, an image that rocked the internet, was the beginning of it all. Chrisean Rock was standing next to an enigmatic man the world had never seen before, grinning from ear to ear. No caption, no tags, just an emoji of a heart. However, it was all it took to start a social media firestorm. Suddenly, fans who had devotedly followed Blueface and Chrisean's turbulent, passionate story were rendered incoherent. And Blueface himself, the focal point of it all, was utterly silent. Don't tweet. No stories on Instagram. Not a faint shade. Only radio silence from the man who never hesitates to express his opinions. Twitter was on fire in a matter of minutes. Is that the new man Chrisean is seeing? Where is Blueface now? Did she truly move on, such as that? The speculation was unrelenting and the inquiries never ended. However, the actual storm was only getting started. According to insiders, Blueface wasn't just silent behind the scenes, he was seething. Chrisean, too? She was making a statement. In addition to being radiant, a series of betrayals, voice messages, and shocking accusations ensued, causing the fan base to become divided and destroying any remaining harmony between them. You won't believe what transpired next. And believe me, there is more to this story than anyone could have predicted. Something changed when Chrisean uploaded the picture. Fans had been watching her, and Blueface's tumultuous relationship unfold like a live soap opera for months, with heartbreaking reconciliations, nasty breakups, jail calls, and yelling battles broadcast on all platforms. However, this was not like the others. This was not a retort. There was no teaser here. It was a proclamation. Furthermore, Blueface's silence was deafening. The man in the picture is Titan Newton, a rising collegiate basketball standout who has up to now maintained a quiet profile, according to those close to Chrisean. But when he showed up beside her, that was different. Immediately, paparazzi noticed the new enthusiasm. Not only was Chrisean with him, but she was radiant. As cameras snapped, the couple was seen leaving a late-night eatery in downtown Los Angeles, her hand brushing across his. A tidal wave of rumors was started by that one gesture. One fan wrote on Twitter, "I have never seen her look so happy," and within a day, their post received over 100,000 likes. However, Blueface was not present in that picture while admirers were analyzing each frame. No answer. No response. And that was the biggest red sign of all for a man whose whole image depended on public criticism. Whispers, however, quickly became a full-fledged eruption. Someone close to Blueface claims that he discovered the picture on Instagram, just like the rest of us. He was having fun with his team one minute, and then his phone buzzed with the picture that would make him lose his mind. The source claimed that he simply gazed at the screen, said nothing. After that, he left the room. Fans are still attempting to understand the sequence of actions that followed. According to reports, Blueface called his father that evening and insisted that Chrisean's remaining possessions be packed up and taken out of his house in Los Angeles. Everything from clothes to baby toys to a few specialized studio things, lost. The location that had earlier echoed their tumultuous love story was suddenly empty. This is where things get tricky, though. A voice message surfaced, not even 48 hours later. A clip of Blueface apparently leaving Chrisean an angry voicemail was shared by a friend of Chrisean, who was obviously annoyed. "You're disrespecting me in front of everyone out here? Will you allow that man to be near my son? Rock, you're Wilden. The fans were taken aback. The connotation was terrifying. He felt deceived, and the voice was definitely Blueface's. She introduced a new person into Baby Junior's life, not because she had moved on. Almost instantly, Chrisean responded with a live video. Her tone was sharp, but her eyes were swollen. "I've had enough of living my life in fear. I've kept you safe. I've got you covered. For things no one should forgive, I have forgiven you. I smile next to someone who treats me with peace, and suddenly I'm the evil guy." The comments came pouring in. The fact that Blueface lost her is evident. He's disappearing and she's glowing. He wasn't angry after causing all that chaos. However, not everyone took Chrisean's side. She was accused by several Blueface supporters of being manipulative and of exploiting their child to gain sympathy. Others conjectured that the picture was faked, perhaps a ruse to elicit a response from Blueface. At that point, the internet really became divided. Supporters of Team Chrisean, who thought she was finally taking charge and putting peace above suffering, were on one side. The followers of Team Blueface, on the other hand, believed that this was a betrayal because the woman was acting too hastily and disdainfully toward the position of a parent. And in the center, Baby Jr. Later, Chrisean posted a picture of Titan holding Baby Jr., a smiling toddler holding a toy. The brief caption read, "We good over here." The last spark was that post, Kaylee, Blueface's sister, entered the fray with a mysterious tweet. It takes time to transform a mess into a family. Fans quickly deduced that it was a clear jab against Chrisean. Chrisean's mother quickly became involved and defended her daughter in a Facebook Live video. "Do you all want my daughter to endure pain indefinitely? She's making an effort. She's getting better. And let her grin if this new man makes her happy. Forever." However, the drama didn't end there. Days before the picture of Titan appeared, screenshots of old direct chats started to appear. These communications were purportedly sent by Blueface to Chrisean. They expressed a range of sentiments, with some pleading with her to come home, and others criticizing her for playing games. Then, the greatest twist yet appeared. The week prior, a video from Baby Jr.'s private birthday celebration was leaked. It shows Chrisean conversing with a man who is thought to be Titan. Fans detected the tension, even if Blueface isn't in the video. Chrisean's expression wasn't merely flirtatious, it was liberty, as if she had been holding her breath for months before finally letting it out. According to insiders, Blueface was aware about the interaction prior to the widely shared photo, and his silence was motivated more by strategy than by shock. According to one insider, he's trying to flip the narrative. In order to avoid coming across as weak, he wants to appear unconcerned. He's hurt, though. Deep. Titan Newton, who had remained silent during the storm, eventually shared a picture of his own. It showed him sitting by the court, with a hazy picture of Chrisean and Baby Jr. in the backdrop. The caption? "Energy is honest." Another wave was started by that post. Fans were suddenly looking over Titan's history. Who was he? Was he planning something? Was this a publicity stunt, or was it true love? Titan's former partner added a patched response in a TikTok video saying he said he was done with drama. That must have been a lie. The drama was all over. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, each and every podcast, each gossip page, all fan bases, and Blueface said nothing during it all. No clapbacks, no interviews, not a single subtweet. Where his voice had been, there was nothing. However, quiet has a lot to say. The message was unmistakable. This one struck differently. The quiet was short-lived. Blueface's Instagram narrative unexpectedly came to life late one night, but not in the way followers had anticipated. Neither Titan nor Chrisean were specifically mentioned. Rather, he shared a brief video of Baby Jr.'s crib, which was empty. After a few seconds of the camera remaining on the infant blanket, the screen went black and displayed the following single line of text. "Explain to me what is true." Fear was aroused by that mysterious message. Was he criticizing Chrisean for preventing Baby Jr. from seeing him? Was he raising a more serious point, perhaps doubting paternity? The internet went crazy. There was a surge in conspiracy beliefs, after fans started analyzing every detail. What's really real quickly became popular on Twitter. Then it grew darker. Carlissa, Blueface's mother, returned to the conversation with a scathing tirade on Instagram. She didn't hesitate to aim straight at Chrisean. "I understood right once that this was leverage, not love. You guys are glorifying her like she's Mother Teresa after she played my son and the entire family. No. This is the epitome of clout chasing, and I'm not going to remain silent." Within 8 hours, the video had received over 1 million views. Chrisean, however, was not going to overlook it. With tears this time, but not out of weakness, she went live once more. "For years you pulled me along, called my name out, treated me like a piece of garbage. I tried, though. I continued to pray. For him. You guys have no idea how many nights I cried by myself with my child, and how many times I pleaded for calm. However, I'm done pleading." Then she revealed the shocking information. "I chose not to bring Baby Jr. I live with him. It always has. and I've finished expressing regret for showing up." The comment section went crazy. Her strength was being praised by several fans. Others were requesting evidence. One remark said, "You claim to have stopped pleading, but you are the one who kept returning. We observed it. Every one of us." Someone else wrote, "Perhaps Blueface didn't say anything because he knew she was done for good." However, something unexpected occurred while the supporters fought. The largely silent Titan Newton made an appearance in a short Instagram video, cradling baby Junior in a paternal embrace. Cartoons were what they were viewing. "I'm laughing. Be calm." No caption was included. Only the picture. Only the picture. No tweet could ever undo the damage that 12-second footage did. It changed the story once more. All of a sudden, more people started supporting Blueface. Are you people really allowing another man to parent his child? You guys would immediately cancel him if the roles were reversed. This has nothing to do with love. This constitutes petty conflict. Podcasters started to comment. A hip-hop talk show host's widely shared video stated, "Blueface may be poisonous, but that's his son. Let's face it. Unless you want to smoke, you don't let a new man cuddle up to your infant and publish it online." She was aware of her actions. Suddenly, Team Chrisean began to disintegrate. Blueface and his attorney were seen outside a music studio in the meanwhile. The shot went to TMZ. The headline? Silent no more? Blueface takes legal action to defend baby Junior. Documents purportedly showing Blueface requesting joint custody appeared online a few days later. Neither party confirmed it, but the rumor was sufficient. It ran with every blog. The headlines shouted, "Blueface resists. Chrisean faces the war of customs." Tyrant stumbled into a courtroom drama. But then came the actual twist. Between Chrisean and one of her previous hairdressers, leaked direct messages surfaced. Chrisean allegedly acknowledged in those communications that she uploaded the photo of herself with Titan in order to elicit a response. One message was read, "He has been avoiding me. I needed to wake him up somehow." Another person stated it was necessary for him to remember who the F I am. Fans were taken aback. The same individuals who had been supporting her were now perplexed. Was it all a prelude? A psychological trick to get Blueface to do something? Blueface finally broke his silence at that point. He went live. No filter, no screenplay, pure frustration. "You guys have been following my business as if it were a Netflix series. Let me clarify though. Isn't my son being taken away from me? No one is going to take my spot. I may not be flawless, but I am his father. Forever." He went on. "And to the man, take advantage of it while you can, Titan or otherwise. But realize this isn't the end, not by any means." More than 300,000 people watched the live event. The comments were flooded with spam. "Go get your son. He talked what talked. Now it's war." Soon later, Chrisean replied via tweet, "War has never been a factor. Peace has been the focus. However, I suppose you don't realize that unless there is drama involved." Suddenly, the lines were drawn once more. Heartbreak was no longer the only issue here. Millions of people watched as it became into a public custody dispute, an emotional tug-of-war, and a struggle for dominance. And yet, in the middle of all, baby Junior. Everyone had something to say as the media storm grew more intense, but the most important people were now forming battle lines. What began as an emotional separation has devolved into a conflict about parenting, authority, and perception. What about the internet? It was consuming every moment of it. Insiders claim that Chrisean started getting ready for what she referred to as a media detox behind closed doors, with her staff apparently advising her to be quiet, avoid sharing baby Junior, and let her attorneys do the talking. However, she wasn't yet prepared to be silent. Rather, she shared a 3-minute video on Instagram. Baby Junior was seen playing, giggling, and crawling in the direction of the camera. Behind the scenes, Titan's voice, encouraging him gently. Chrisean's voice came into view at the end. "He deserves happiness. He is worthy of tranquility. I also do." The caption, "No more fighting. Simply existing." Supporters were split. Once more, love and prayer emojis were used in abundance by several commenters. Some were savage. "You're luring him in. You are aware of what you are doing. He is the true father. Honor that. You guys are doing more harm than good to that baby." Then something unexpected occurred. The internet was rocked by a comment made by Yandy Smith. Yes, the Yandy from Love and Hip Hop. Being a parent is not a prop. Children are not instruments of retaliation. Select love. Fans quickly assumed it was aimed at Chrisean, despite its ambiguity. And within hours, it was screen captured and flooded with headlines on blogs. Chrisean is criticized by Yandy for using Baby Jr. in a drama. A hip-hop and love star enters the Blueface war. However, that was only the start. More fuel was added to the fire during a surprise broadcast featuring Blueface's manager, Wack 100. Wack didn't mince words. Bruh, she was never stable. Do you believe that Blueface is battling for a girl out here? No, he is defending his son. His blood is that. All this talk about the new man, it serves as a diversion. Forever. The video became viral. What did Chrisean say? Just one tweet. A man accuses a woman of being unstable every time she recovers. 500,000 people liked it. However, Chrisean was collapsing behind the audacious posts and viral events. She was barely sleeping, paranoid about losing custody, and struggling to trust anyone, according to a close friend who leaked to a gossip blog. She fears that Blueface will distort the facts and turn the public against her. Although she has shown strength in front, she's collapsing behind closed doors. What about Blueface? He continued to play chess. He was seen grinning at the cameras as he left a family law office with papers in hand. He merely responded as follows. When asked if he was requesting custody, observe what occurs next. Within hours, that clip appeared on all entertainment news channels. Titan Newton, meanwhile, had vanished from social media. His most recent post has been archived. His labeled photos are no longer there. Instead of Hooper, his bio now displays the single lock emoji. Was he trying to avoid attention? Or was there something going on in the background? Then there was another leak of voice notes. From Chrisean herself this time. She can be seen crying in the video. She spoke shakily. It was an unvarnished message. I've lost all sense of who to trust. Everyone is equipped with a camera. All they see is drama, even though I'm trying to protect my son. I had no intention of it getting this far. It was a nerve-wracking leak. Fans began listening instead of shouting for the first time. Comments became empathetic. She is in a state of survival. You guys don't understand. Before she became famous, she was a mother. Give her space to breathe. Others, however, stepped up, then ceased posting. Take it private. This baby isn't happy. The pressure from the public was tremendous. Chrisean was dark for 4 days in a row. No posts, no tales, not a single life. Blueface posted a brand new song called Custody to SoundCloud at that period. The words, I only desired a family. It's not a snub to the gram. She did not include me in the photo. I'm still the man though. I'm in his veins, and you can't outlaw that bond. It was dubbed a diss track wrapped in fatherly pain by fans. Its vulnerability was commended by critics. It was even republished by The Shade Room with the following caption. Blueface becomes intimate. Is it too late or too little? Chrisean came back over the weekend, but with a message. Her name is highlighted in a screenshot of a court document called Emergency Custody Mediation Request. No caption. Nothing but quiet, and that was a loud statement. The war was officially declared. Dates for custody court were set. Lawyers, fans, influencers, and insiders all fought on social media. And after everything was said and done, one question stood out above all the posts, stories, and viral videos. Who is defending Baby Jr. and who is merely battling one another?